UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, are thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the greatest show on grass. We're at TPC Scottsdale for the first round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. G'day mates, I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course bringing us all the action this week is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. And Beamer, before we take in all the action out on the course, just a few thoughts on TPC Scottsdale that has quite a bit of action around it.
You know, look, it's so funny to talk about because, yes, we know what 16 is like. We know what 17 is like. We know all the interesting and fun things that go on around there. But don't kid yourself. This is still a pretty darn good test of golf. I mean, you get some really tough holes, you know, holes 5 through 8 on the front 9 that'll capture your attention. And then you got a couple of ones, 11 through 14 on the back 9 that that can come up and bite you. But I tell you what, I know players love playing here. The golf course always in great shape. It's just, you know, you got to keep your mind on the golf and what's inside the ropes instead of outside the ropes, and that's sometimes impossible.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
I'd say it's about 29 feet from where I'm standing.
Ooh, looking nice. All right, getting better.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's head to the 8th hole and the tee shot on this par 4, Rich.
Yeah, dogleg from right to left. Again, your eyes are drawn towards those bunkers down the left, but they should be at that tree in the center of the fairway.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Yeah, nicely played. "19 feet to the cup." He's going to like the look of this one. That'll be inside the circle of friendship. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we are on the tee at the par 4 9th, and is driver necessary?
Driver is not necessary unless you can hit that power fade and get it past that bunker. But if you can't, just take out a 3-wood, find the widest part of the fairway.
Attaboy, good shot. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament. This one starting out way out to the right.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Come on, don't be shy. Looking good.
Just a short putt remaining here. As we make the turn, Rich, our featured player is out in front.
I got to say, every facet of this player's game was in great shape today. Lots of golf yet to be played. Looking forward to watching it. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Feels like go time with just a short club in the hands here, Rich.
Absolutely. It's tough to get it close to a couple certain hole locations here, but for the most part, Luke, this is a birdie hole.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Yeah, well played. A 7-footer right here.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Look at the standings, and they're currently in the lead with Brian Harman trailing in second. Well, here we are on the tee at 11, Rich, and you start to get a little tense on the tee.
When you stand on this tee, you better have a very clear vision of exactly what kind of shot you're going to play out into this fairway, because that water on the left, it's going to distract you a lot.
A few shots under par at the moment. And he's safely on the green with that shot. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Love it or hate it, it's a downhill left to right putt.
And this putt coming up for his par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And as we head to the next tee, our featured player leads by 2. Over to the 12th we go, the par 3, the least famous par 3 on this inward half at TPC Scottsdale.
But it still has a lot of danger. If you hit it too long and to the right, guess what? There's more water there, so a lot of players bail out to the left, find those bunkers, and then up and down, not guaranteed. This is sneaky hard.
And back to the play, shall we? He has about 14 feet to the hole. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. And that there is the completion of a very nice day's work. Has the lead, Rich?
Not bad whatsoever, but still just the opening day. Lots of golf left to play. However, it does give you a little boost of confidence going forward, knowing that right now you're at the top of your form, your game is good, and you're in a good space.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back at TPC Scottsdale for the second round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. Luke Helvey here, delighted to have your company as we get into the action. Rich, this player's been playing some impressive golf. They've got the lead. They're where they want to be, but what should be their mindset going into this round?
Well, hopefully it's not on the chasing pack, because the chasing pack is filled with some big names. So they're going to have to really bear down, focus on the task at hand. They've got to sit there and keep their emotions to themselves and not get wrapped up in everybody else around them.
Let's head down to the 9th hole. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. Second shot here on the 9th. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. Trying to get to 11 under with this putt. Ooh. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Rich, how are we looking after 9?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
What a drive, look at that.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
Not a bad play, that one. Let's catch up with Max Homer. Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here. And he's down there. You got a read?
This is such a tough read. It looks straight all the way, and then it will right.
Easy par, that. Leading by 9 strokes after that one. We've arrived at a par 4.
You better have a clear understanding of what shot you're going to hit here. You can't be indecisive on this tee shot, or it will end up left.
That's nicely done. This shot from about 190 yards out. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Nicely done. 11 feet to the cup. Putting for a par here. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. Here we are at the par 3 12th hole. Going with the 6-iron here. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot, but some work to do, however. Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt. Okay, let's get back to the action. 13 feet to the hole. Birdie putt was oh so close to dropping. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player's absolutely dominating the field.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Bean, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back at Scottsdale and the famed Stadium Hole for the 3rd round of the WM Phoenix Open. Luke Elvey and Rich Beam, as always, with you. Rich, this player's been having a lovely time. The leader, showing all the shots, making the plays. Expecting that to be the case today?
Well, that's what you expect him to do, but listen, we're playing golf, and golf is about as predictable as the weather. I mean, you got a 50-50 chance of getting it right most days, so this player's got to keep their nose out in front and keep doing what they're doing, because if they even remotely slow down and think about what they've accomplished, it's all over.
Always the toughest hole in the game, a long par 4.
Sneaky driving hole here, Luke. You got some bunkers on the right-hand side that you can't quite make out, and you got a little bit more room down the left-hand side. Most players will bail it to left, though. You find that rough, and makes that second shot just a little bit more difficult.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
And in it goes. currently 15 under par for the event. On to the par 5 third.
There's not a par 5 that I don't think is very sexy, and this one is an all-American beauty. Just missed that bunker on the left-hand side or the rough on the right, and you can just bomb it down there and have a short second shot in.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way. This putt coming up is for birdie. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
That looks to be a tough flag cut in the back right-hand corner of this 4th hole, Rich.
If you like working the golf ball left to right, Luke, I think you can love this pin position. It's a tough shot, but I think these players are not going to have any issues with it.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've had a look from both sides. This is a right to lefter.
A birdie putt awaits. So close. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Let's go to hole number 5, and it's a par 4.
It is sneaky difficult. Just a straightaway hole with that bunker on the right. That is menacing. And even funnier, I've seen a lot of shots miss even further right. And Oscar Bravo.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. 16 feet to the hole.
Looking good.
Yeah, he never quite hit that hard enough. And after that, now sitting at 16 under for the event. As we move to the 6th hole, it's a par 4. Playing from around 150 yards here. Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. That one not quite reaching to the hole there. And that should secure the par on this one. And currently sitting at an impressive 16 under for the tournament. Well, I don't know about you, Rich, but I've been in absolute awe of this player's performance. Has built a huge advantage going into the final round.
Always good to be out in first place. That means you can afford to make a mistake tomorrow, but you don't want to make too many of them with the chasing back lurking behind.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Nice to be with you again. All the hooting and hollering is done here at the WM Phoenix Open. It's time to find out who wins here at TPC Scottsdale. Luke Elvey here alongside my mate Rich Beam in the booth. It's always delightful to have you with us. And Rich, our featured players had a great week, heading the pack, but with that person right behind them, namely Tiger Woods, there can't be any level of comfort today, surely.
Yes, got the lead, and things looking pretty steady for him. Should be a really good day of golf ahead of us.
Oh, what a wonderful play, leading with intent.
Man, people usually don't go that far on vacation. What a drive.
Well, that's right out of the top drawer. A great shot from our leader. And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
4 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his par.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader. Well, that was absolutely met. Great strike.
Nicely done.
9 feet to the cup. This one's for birdie. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
And just checking back in with the standings, and he continues to lead this tournament. Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes.
Something about 20,000 people getting ready to give it to you one way or the other kind of gets your attention pretty quick, my friend. There's not much to it other than the fact that you know what the stakes are, whether you're going to get cheered or beered.
Momentum putts come in many shapes and sizes. This one's a 13-footer. A bogey putt awaits. Well, a disappointing double bogey for our leader there, but that's provided some wonderful opportunities for the chase pack. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the 17th, a par 4.
If you're going to take out a driver, be mindful. The fairway does canter from right to left, so the golf ball could kick in that water hazard. Bailing out to the right, there's no shame in that. You always have an opportunity to get it up and down for the birdie.
A wonderful shot here at the 17th and a chance for birdie. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. He's currently in first place. Let's head to the final hole of this round. Great shot. This is his second shot. Got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Not the end of the world. There's another chance. Well done to this player who was able to tame TPC Scottsdale and walk away with the WM Open victory.
And an impressive victory it was there, Luke, in front of 125,000 fans on this Sunday. That was impressive.